Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's endgame, that's
Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. Alright, so this one right here, it will be my finals match when I played, my Cosmos Neos build. And yeah, almost went undefeated until I lost during this round. And I really wanted to watch this video to see what I did wrong, because normally I always land end on DPE, and I'm not sure why I didn't. Oh, now I see why. Okay, so he ashes right there on my increase. So now I have to find a way to really be able to get to my yeah, because I didn't have a way to add the vanilla Neos easily. So have to go ahead there, make my Cross Crusader. And luckily I already had the poly in hand, so I'm gonna have to use Cross Crusader's effect, tribute, to add the vanilla Neos right there. So yeah, now I see why I wasn't able to do it. Okay, yeah. So we have the poly there. Go ahead and make our Infernal Rage effect to go ahead and add our favorite contact from deck to hand, because it's very important that we get the Miracle Fusion and that we get the favorite contact. So it's like we have to use Vanilla Neos in order to summon this guy. So now we go ahead and tribute him off to get our Sunrise. And with Sunrise's effect, we'll be able to add our Miracle Fusion from deck to hand, which is going to be our follow-up for next turn, because we're not able to summon Wake Up Your Elemental Hero and then go and use DPE, pop it, and do that normal play that we do. But then we're going to link these two together into our Infernal Rage effect to reveal Nebula Neos, and this will allow us to add our Hans Mole Man and our Black Panther from our deck to our hand. And yeah, so as y'all can see, with those two pieces, and then we also have the Neos Fusion in hand, we'll be able to drop the third attribute for the Neospation in order to get our Cosmo Neos lock in. So yeah, we add those two and go Neos Fusion. With Neos Fusion, we'll send our second OG Neos, and we will send our Dolphin, and that will allow us to special summon Elemental Hero Aqua Dolphin. And yeah, since he has his effect and everything, we're actually going to discard one of the Neospations that we have in hand, since it's not really doing anything, and we'll actually get like a random discard at his hand, so that when he starts his turn, he'll only have 4 cards instead of 6. And yeah, just the only thing that sucks is no DPE. Draw phase here, we're going to go ahead and flip up the favorite contact, bring out the Cosmo Neos, and put him under lock right there. And as you can see, not bad. The thing is that the dude's ends up being on Kashtira. And actually, this yesterday at the tournament, I found out there are other decks that are, main decking. There can only be one, like what was the other deck? I think maybe Branded Chimera and Branded Despia. But yeah, game 2 he TCBO'd me, and it didn't really hurt him at all, because he had Bestials and Mirajays and what was the other thing, the Rembrandt and all that stuff. So it didn't really affect or hurt him at all. So as you can see, he ends his turn with just a set card, and it ends up being there can only be one. Infernal Rage is a fiend, but Cosmo Neos is a warrior, and pretty much all my entire deck is warriors. So yeah, can't get another warrior out there on the board. There's not enough damage for me to be able to finish him off either. So it pretty much allows him to get back into the game. He's going to be able to pretty much, I just attack in turn. This allows him an extra draw after I hit the terraforming with the Aqua Neos. But yeah, so now he's able to pretty much go like full Kashtira stuff. You see the Fenrir comes down, the what is the other one, the Tearlament, the Kashtira Tearlaments come down, the Birth he has over there. And yeah, because he can activate cards now because the turn skip just didn't put enough damage on board. And this is one of the reasons why when I was making a combo, I tried to prioritize, you know, being able to also have that DPE out on the board, and it wasn't for the TCBO reason, but it was for Unchained, because, you know, Unchained is able to, you know, set spells or set traps and set a monster and be able to get their effects in the following turn when you destroy them by card effect. So I felt like it was really important for me to work DPE off in there in order to counter that, because if you go ahead and pop them, you know, during the end phase or whatever, they still can't activate monster. They still can't activate effects. So yeah, you pretty good there. But unfortunately, the Ash on my increase was able to stop me from bringing out the full way to get to the combo. So it ended up being broken off. But I mean, we still got the Cosmo Neos lock off. But yeah, that TCBO pretty much puts an end to whatever we were gonna do. Fenrir now attacks, banish the Cosmo Neos, attack over the Infernal Rage, and yeah, it just looks pretty bad, pretty bleak here. Like basically, my only chance would be to get DPE out on the board. So, but in order to do that, I would have to like hard draw poly, hard draw like 2 Destiny Hero monsters, because I can't get them out on the board or anything like that. So then he brings out this Exceed monster that basically can't be destroyed by battle or card effect with monsters of the same attribute as him, and he takes on the same attribute as the monsters attached to him. And yeah, looking pretty bad for us, because he's able to quick effect take a monster from our graveyard and attach it to himself. So yeah, looking at my extra deck, looking to see if there's anything that I can do here in order to try to win this game, because we do have the polymerization, but unfortunately we don't have the Destiny Hero monsters, you know, available to do it. And he'd be unaffected by Shining Neo's Wingman's effect, because it's an activated effect. So it's just like, even if I did bring him out, like it wouldn't be able to do much. So I was trying to see if there was a monster inside of my extra deck that would be able to take this guy on. And yeah, it just didn't end up mattering. Like even with the Book of Eclipse, you know, he would be face down, but I would need to go ahead and destroy and pop him. And I forget why I'm not able to. Oh, I think it's because he actually took my other vanilla Neos, and the other one is banished. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Book of Eclipse him, and he's gonna go ahead and chain his effect. And yeah, like I said, you know, Fetty or Dennis here, Nodis, he's a top tier player. Like you hardly ever see this man play mistakes. Like I'm pretty sure he rarely ever makes them. But yeah, he goes ahead and activates the effect. Make sure that I don't have access to that Mally. And yeah, without the Vanilla Neos off in there, I'm not able to summon the Shining Neos Wingman. And yeah, it just ends up being very ineffective, because it's just going to get flipped up during the damage step, and it can't be destroyed by light monsters or dark monsters, or I want to say he's a wind attribute or something like that. So yeah, we try to attack into it, does nothing, of course. That's what Wake Up does. Wake Up, you know, special summoning monster, does damage step things. And yeah, we just go ahead and scoop it up, because with TCBO out there on the board and that thing being a light in the dark, I just do not have an out for it. So, you know, really good call on his behalf, attaching the OG Neos, because yeah, with the other one shuffled into the deck with favorite contact, it pretty much just did not give me the chance to make Shining Neos Wingman to be able to pop that thing. So yeah, going into our side deck here, I always like, since I see he's running hand traps like Ash and such, we go ahead and side in our crossouts and our couple of hand traps that we have there to make sure that he cannot lock us out of being able to, or to attempt to try to keep him from being able to stop us from Cosmos Neos locking him. And hopefully we can get the full combo this time and actually, you know, be able to get our DPE out there, because we're definitely going to need it against that TCBO. So yeah, as you can see, I'm side decking here, trying to decide what cards to leave in and out. I kind of just decided that he wouldn't be I ended up just leaving one of each hand trap in, except for the nib, because since he's running Kashtira, I just assumed that he wouldn't be running nib, because he needs that that special summon effect to get, you know, his first Kashtira monster out there on the board. Other than that, he would be relying on birth in order to make it happen. But we open up really good here. We activate a hero lives, take half of our life points. Of course, to special summon out the boy Stratos. He gets impermed. He's go ahead saying, you know, stops the Stratos, tries to stop the Stratos early, but we opened up really crazy. We have the second Stratos there. We're going to summon him, activate his effect to grab our Ferris, and then we have reinforcement of the army, which is going to allow us to grab our Destiny Hero Denier, and we're able to pitch that to, yeah, we're just gonna go full combo here without a second hand trap. He's just basically not going to be able to do much of anything. Sure, why he decided to go ahead and imperm off of the first Stratos there. It's not typically something you see them do, because usually they go imperm on the Vion, but I think he was worried, like, after, you know, stopping me from getting Vion last game, that I was still able to, you know, still go full combo. So yeah, here we go Cross Crusader, bring back the Denier to put back, tribute to add. We're going to go ahead and add our vanilla OG Neos here. We're going to be able to link those two guys off to go ahead and make our Inferno Devicer. And Inferno Devicer, of course, is going to add our Black Panther and our Hans Mole Man. You know, shout out to the Simpsons for such an awesome card. We're going to make our Wonder Driver there. We're going to use Stratos and Vanilla Neos to make our Inferno Rage. Use our Inferno Rage's effect to add our favorite contact from deck to hand, and yeah, we'll be able to set that poly, use his effect, bring out Sunrise effect to search for Miracle Fusion. Then we'll be able to use that Mally that we put back on top, and we're going to go ahead and banish him, special summon out our Mally, and yeah, this is how we get that DPE. So we're going to make DPE there, and then we'll Miracle Fusion into our Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, and here we'll be able to pop that to go ahead and get the final piece that we need in order to be able to Cosmo Neos lock our opponent. There goes the Spirit of Neos, grab Neos Fusion, and yeah, he goes ahead, and I do believe he scoops up at this point because he realizes, you know, what's about to happen. And this time I was able to go the full combo, so we do have use of the DPE to pop that there can only be one. We go ahead and get a card out of his hand, the Tearlament Kashtira there, I believe it looks like, standby phase. We bring back DPE's effect to, Wonder Driver's effect to set Miracle Fusion. Then following that up, we go ahead and activate the favorite contact, allowing us to shuffle those guys in, and we'll bring out the Cosmo Neos. And yeah, he opened up really bad there, so we go ahead and take that game. So as y'all can see, 2 games in a row, you know, even through the hand trap, you know, fortunately I had a decent enough hand to be able to play through the hand trap and still be able to Cosmo Neos lock my opponent. And you know, it's pretty much like that for me the entire tournament. Every game that I went first, I believe, except for one game out of the 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 6 out of the 7 games when I went first, I Cosmos Neos locked my opponent. The deck turned out to be really consistent, and I think like my favorite thing about it is like when I was going second, you know, it felt just like a normal hero deck because I was able to side out, you know, all the extra Neo stuff, the Neo Spatian stuff. So it felt just like normal, you know, our Omni Hero deck, you know, going second, where I just had, you know, was it like, you know, access to Sunrise, access to App Zero, Wake Up, DPE, all the cards that we normally have. And yeah, you know, because I'm not able to Cosmo Neos lock my opponent, we just side those cards out, and yeah, we just go from there. So I think that was like my favorite thing about the deck, is that it still felt like really, really solid going second, because it was basically just like, you know, our hero deck going second without all the, you know, Crosskeeper and Engage Neo Space stuff that locks us in this and locks us out of that and stuff. So yeah. And as you can see, he's going to start off first. He's got the field spell there into Fenrir, and we don't have any hand traps here, but I think, yeah, we do have the drip, which is, you know, really, really good in heroes right now. With a Rise Heart gone, we can go back to running the drip now, and it's so good inside of heroes, because a lot of our monsters do stuff inside the graveyard or do stuff when they get sent to the graveyard. Yeah, and like, you know, graveyard effects are hella powerful. And it was crazy right there. He hit 2 of my 1-ofs. I think he hit by what did he hit? He hit Denier and something else, and I was like, oof. But yeah, it's not completely necessary. So he's got 1 back row set back there. I was trying to decide what I wanted to do, how I wanted to play this turn. And you see I have a hero lives, but I decide to go ahead and open up here by making our Infernal Rage. And you might think it's a weird play, but basically why I ended up doing it was because I wanted to normal summon that Stratos in order to be able to destroy that back row with the monster on board. And I feel like if I just went a hero lives into Stratos, that he would, you know, definitely flip up the TCBO, and I wouldn't be able to do anything. But yeah, he goes ahead and flips it up anyway. But this gives me the Infernal Rage on the board, you know, our Flame Wingman thing. It gives me the Vanilla Neos inside of the graveyards and my favorite contact. So it's going to allow me to be able to special summon out my Shining Neos Wingman, but it's not going to end up happening because he uses that monster and it's able to attach my Vanilla Neos. Unfortunately, that kind of like really, really, really sucks, because now I can't make my Shining Neos Wingman. But yeah, TCBO is definitely a problem in my in the Heart of the Underdog format. I don't ever really have to worry about it, and a lot of times I don't change out my side deck, so I don't have Cosmic Cyclone in my side deck for this tournament. But I do believe I had like Harpy's Feather Duster and not even, maybe Evenly Matched, I think, were my only targets. But yeah, so here he goes ahead and attaches my I flip up favorite contact. He changed that monster's effect to be able to attach my my Shadow Mist. And yeah, so I have to shuffle my only other options from my hand, which end up being the Flame Wingman and being the Flame Wingman and the whatchamacallit. But yeah, as you can see, you know, a combination between that XYZ monster that's able to attach my materials from the grave and TCBO was enough to be able to keep me from winning the game, even though I did Cosmo Neos lock him both games. The cards are just like hella powerful. You know, Floodgates are really, really good, and you know, that's one of the things that make heroes good, so we can't necessarily complain about them when, you know, 3 of our best cards are Floodgates. You know, I'm talking about Plasma, Dark Angel, and even DPE. A lot of people forget about the Floodgate effect of that. But also, you know, Dark Law is a Floodgate, so, you know, it is what it is. But appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next video.
My wingman, he come through, he level up, he go through, he's shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. We on top now. Here's a look at our world.